Hello everybody, this is Mark from MABO Science, and I would like to welcome you to this course, Kali Linux Lite. Now, today we will handle mainly a short introduction regarding Kali Linux Lite, and we will continue with the actual pre-requirements, installation and configuration in next courses, which I hope to welcome you to. So, first of all, I would like to put a small disclaimer regarding our videos and tutorials that we make, as Kali Linux is mainly used for ethical hacking or for cybersecurity testing. We would like to inform you that everything that we do here in this course is within the legal boundaries of the Belgian law and as well of the European law. So please take your local laws in account when you're working as a pen tester or a security auditor. That said, let's crack on. First of all, Kali Linux Lite. Now, Kali Linux himself is actually based on a Debian Linux distribution, which has been specially, I would say, built and optimized for penetration testing and security auditing. It's not a general purpose Linux distribution, so it's actually literally and solo built for penetration testing and security auditing. So also, and that's a good part on Kali Linux, is that there is a huge amount of tools that are available for various information security tasks. Pen testing, security auditing, reverse engineering, and so on and so on. It's all there. And it's about more than 600 different available tools. So you can work quite well and amuse yourself very well with it. Now, for those who are Raspberry Pi or BeagleBone Black or other ARM distribution or devices adept, good news. Kali Linux is also available for a wide range of ARM devices. So the repositories are there, and the good part is that the mainline distribution and the ARM line distribution are actually aligned and you can actually use together. Now, what's the difference between Kali Linux and a standard Linux distribution? Now, first of all, it's the single root access by design. It's, I would say, compared with the standard Linux distribution, a major difference is that actually a single root user scenario, it's a designed functionality. So it means that due to pen testing and security auditing, the applications very often require a root access or root, I would say, root capabilities. You can find them and they will actually be provided. So what I will try to do is to get rid of all that difficulties regarding root. Now, secondary network services is disabled by default. What do we mean here is that the system D hooks are disabled by default for the simple reason on the moment that you are installing something on Kali Linux, it's actually not present the network himself, and also items like Bluetooth are not enabled by default, which means also that the Kali Linux distribution, especially the core, is held in all security. Additionally, custom Linux kernel, yes, for those who want, you can actually customize Linux Kali, but is that the kernel himself is only developed by a minimal amount of users, or better said developers, which means also that the upstream kernel himself, the patching and everything, is actually prevented from wireless injection. So that's also something we try to do, or that they try to do, better said. And then also a minimal set of repositories are available. What do we mean by that? Standardly, Linux does have a significant amount of repositories where you can hook on, try to download software, and so on and so on. With Kali Linux, it's actually a very minimalized amount of repositories where you can connect to, allowing you to do the necessary patching or custom module installation, and so on and so on. Now, and this is, I would say, for me, the most important part is why Kali Linux Lite? Why not the full version? Actually, for the very simple reason is that, first of all, the full, it uses the GNOME desktop size, and it includes already almost, I would say, around 70% of all his tools, and it's actually quite large from a package or an ISO package. The Lite, on the other hand, it uses the XFCE desktop. It only contains some minor tools, so the standard tools are not available at all, which of course helps to keep the ISO file down. And I would say, from a resource perspective, disk, memory and CPUs, it's less of a burden on the system. Now, that all said, is that thanks to all that, is that a small ISO file, it also provides you the capability to create multiple virtual machines with a very specific purpose. So you can create a Kali Linux that's only, let's say, built for password hacking, or only for wireless hacking, or only for certain security audits. So you can create a very nice package with a minimum footprint on the host system himself, and means also that you can easily start different environments when required. And at the end, and that's, I would say, a very important remark, is that as a pen tester or a security auditor, you need to make sure that your operating system is always okay. And okay, I mean here that we are always secure. Means also that patching, operating system updates, and so on need to be performed on a regular basis. And thanks to a very low footprint, the maintenance tasks will be reduced as well, and that also allows you to have a greater, I would say, impact on your hosts from a security perspective. Now, if you ask yourself the question, is Kali Linux right for me? I would say, if you're not specifically doing pen testing or security audits or anything in that area, I definitely will not recommend to use Kali Linux. At that moment of time, I would like to invite you to use a more general purpose Linux desktop distribution, which can be Ubuntu, Mint, Debian. There are so many others out there. I would say Google them, look around, see what you think is the best for you, and use that one. And last but not least, I would like to invite you for our next course, which is mainly talking about our course requirements before we're gonna start. So if you like this part, give it a thumbs up. If not, just give it a thumbs down. and hope to see you in our next course. Thank you. Bye bye.